Is this working? Is this the first time you guys are seeing me? Because I tried to go live a minute ago and it was giving me technical difficulties. Yeah. Cool. Can you guys see me, hear me? Is anyone there? Do I have my comments turned on? Okay, I think I turned on the comments. Okay. It's working. Okay, I haven't live streamed in a really long time. And so I'm really rusty. It took me, what time is it? It's 12:06. It took me 7 minutes to try and figure out how to live stream again. Okay, hi everybody who tuned in. Welcome. This is, like I said, this is my first live stream in a really long time. Actually, since before this whole COVID-19 stuff happened, I don't think I've done a live stream since then. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video to say, touch base with everyone and say thank you because I hit 16,000 subscribers and yeah, I'm so excited. I haven't really done a video like this for any of the other goals that I've met as a YouTuber with subscribers, but I'm thinking that I should probably do more of these. Like, it just makes sense. Celebrate the little wins, right? Like, I know it's not 15K, it's not 20K, but I think 16K, like, that's a pretty big deal to me, to be honest. Hi everyone who's just coming in. Hi DJ Vivid Anthony. He did a super awesome mix, the Halloween mix. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, it's on my YouTube channel. It's super awesome. Who cares if Halloween just passed? Like, I'm gonna listen to it all month for sure. I'm gonna listen to it through Christmas. It's like that awesome. Hi Ricky. Yeah, and I figured besides doing this, and I'll say thank you to people who are dropping into the live stream. As they show up, I'll just keep saying thank you to everyone for their support and watching my videos. It means a lot to me, especially the past, whole year, actually, because I kind of, stopped creating content for a long time. There were quite a few months, the COVID-19 thing just took a negative effect on some people, and some people thrived and other people really just didn't, and I was the didn't thrive one. So thank you for being patient with me. I don't know if you guys have noticed this past month, I've tried to slowly get back into content creating, and so hopefully I can get my life together and start doing more videos again. I'm gonna try. So it's been a dry year. Keep the content coming. I will, Alex. And I also have to say sorry to everyone who signed up for my channel membership. I know there's only 5 people. You can tell who it is though in the chat. They have little custom cotton candy icons that I made. So the people who have a cupcake, I'm pretty sure that means they've been part of my channel membership since I started it. So shout out to you guys for not canceling your membership. You guys are super awesome. I mean, I know it doesn't cost that much anyways, but yeah, I really appreciate it. So yeah, I guess, like I said, I'll continuously keep thanking everybody who drops in the comments, but does anyone want to do an ask me anything kind of thing? Shake Tramp 76. What is your name? So I don't have to say that. I don't have a list, but I do trip on words a lot. Just renewed. Thanks for the reminder. Well, thanks for signing up. I appreciate it. Ricky. So we have 2 Rickies in here. How was my Halloween? My Halloween was great. I've been doing a lot of drive-in and social distancing raves and concerts, and for Halloween I was I'm just gonna stay in. So me and my friend Dan, if you watch my videos or follow me on social media, you know Dan, we actually just stayed in and watched, played card games and ate candy and watched a horror movie and fell asleep halfway through. Super lame, but I've had enough excitement lately, I feel like. Ricky wants to ask thoughts on the Utah protest rave. Yeah, I think I'm going to do an actual whole video on this. Once we conclude here, I'm probably going to make a separate video. I love you too, Abraham. I'm going to do a separate video where I talk about that Utah rave. So what happened is that, just to give you guys a brief overview of what happened, is I guess there was a huge event that they were supposed to be throwing for Halloween in Utah, and it got canceled Like the government shut it down, the city or county, whatever, they shut it down. And then apparently they had the event anyway as a protest because against like COVID-19, like mass gathering and social gathering restrictions. And so they like protested it and they had the event anyways for Halloween. And apparently like thousands of people showed up. And I posted videos on my Instagram if you want to check it out. If not, like I said, I will make a video and then post it later on YouTube. But yeah, there were like thousands of people there and everybody was so close, like a regular concert. Everybody was in a crowd. Nobody was wearing masks, no social distancing. From what I read, like it was all over the news. And so what I read on our local news was that like most of the people there were like between the ages of 16 and 21. So like the very young crowd. And then underage drinking and stuff was a problem in addition to the whole social distancing thing. It was just, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but yeah, it's on the news. I will do some work and kind of like gather more information and post that video with more of my thoughts after I do some digging. But if you don't want to wait, you can go check out my Instagram. Yeah. I know this is kind of like early to do a like live stream. I figured it'd be early for some people and it's on a Monday, which is weird, but I didn't want to do it like on the weekend because I knew people were probably doing things for like Halloween and stuff. So how is work? So yeah, it's been like a really long time. Like I said, I haven't really live streamed since the beginning of this whole pandemic stuff. So I currently am not really employed. I'm doing like freelance graphic design work, which I mean is employment, but it's like self-employment, but it's not like a real job and it's like really inconsistent and like sometimes it pays really well and sometimes I like can't afford food, like don't have any money to eat. So it's like a roller coaster, but I'm also applying to like full-time graphic design jobs in my state. Those are just harder to come by because like these big like jobs that I'm applying for, like hundreds of people apply to them and they've told me that like I made it to like the final steps of like an interview process and they're like, oh yeah, we interview hundreds and hundreds of people, or we got hundreds and hundreds of application and you made it to the top, which is like cool, it's a confidence boost, but also like I still don't have a job because it's such a competitive market to do graphic design. But I decided I don't want to work at Amazon or a restaurant. Like I'm kind of tired of being poor when I paid so much money for this education. I'm like, I'm just going to go back to a good paying job and making a lot of money, hopefully. How is my hearing? So if you guys are consistent or like a returning subscriber, you know that I have hearing damage, and if you don't, you can check out my video about how I got tinnitus on my channel. So I made kind of a big deal about it and some people kind of gave me shit, but it's just like, it just sucks when you like try so hard like to be careful about something and then like it doesn't work. Like I tried so hard to be like practice safety precautions like wearing earplugs and stuff for live music events and raves, and I still got tinnitus, and so it just let me down, and I was more crying about the fact that I got it, but like it's not that bad. I mean, I got used to it. Do I have more ringing in my ears? So yeah, what mine sounds like is kind of like a whooshing sound with kind of like a really high-pitched broken beeping sound, kind of like the Morse code. It's like beep, 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 beep. And like, yeah, so I obviously hear it more when it's like quiet. Like when I'm doing stuff, I can't really hear it or I don't pay attention to it. But like when I go to sleep or when I wake up, it's there. Luckily, it's not as bad. Like if you check out that YouTube video where I talk about like when I got it and I was like crying, some people like post in the comments and people have tinnitus like really, really bad and have like horrible sounds and experiences, and luckily mine isn't that bad and it's still there, but I'm kind of used to it now. So I just have to like, actually, I don't love 2020, but it is kind of nice to give my ears a break from like music festivals and concerts and stuff, like, because you guys know I used to go to like events, concerts and stuff like every single week for like years. And so I guess it's kind of nice to give my ears a little bit of a break. My military friends get it from shooting even with earplugs. Yeah, I mean, earplugs I feel like can only do so much. I mean, yeah, like I said, I always wear earplugs, but I've been raving for like almost 12 years now. So listening to like that loud of music all the time, of course, it's gonna over time just add up. Mine is a nonstop beep. I'm sorry. Hi, Gerardo. Welcome to the stream. We are just hanging out. I'm just saying thank you to everybody, you know, because I hit 16,000 subscribers, which I thought was really cool. And so I decided to get on here and hang out with some people who are available because, yeah, Monday morning, it's 11 a.m. in SoCal is kind of like a weird time to do a live stream, but yeah, we'll do a better time next time. There are definitely some discussions I want to have in the future that I think would be good for a live stream, but yeah. Do you think raves come back to normal by early or mid-late 2021? Probably late 2021 is more likely for things to get back to normal because, like, everyone, how long has it been since March? Like, everybody thought that things would be better by, like, summer, and then they thought it'd be better by fall, and now it's, like, almost going to be winter, and things aren't better, and actually in, like, Europe, all the states, like not all the states, but in Europe, some countries are going back into lockdown like they did in March. And so at this rate, like in a few months in early 2021, like things aren't going to be back to normal. Maybe the end of next year, but like I don't think by the early 2021. Oh, Bonzer 2012 is in the UK. Welcome from the UK. It sounds great. Yeah, a lot of people here in the US it's either their morning or it's the afternoon, and nobody wants to tune into a live stream where I'm just babbling, probably. Kevin is from Belgium. Hi. Yeah, you're going back into lockdown. See, I knew that Germany was going back into lockdown and the UK is going back into lockdown on Thursday, I think, but I didn't know that about Belgium. That is sad. And Miguel asked if I'm sad about not going to a Halloween rave. I mean, originally I had pretty hard FOMO, and like we had the opportunity, me and Dan, to go to Boo in Southern California with DJ Vivid on Sunday, but it was only like 4 hours. It was like 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. and it's like a 10-hour drive. So to drive there and then just go to a 4-hour event and then drive back here, like it was too much for me. And I do live in Utah where that illegal underground party was, and I'm not sad that I didn't go to that because it looked very unhealthy and scary, and so yeah, I'm okay that I stayed home that day. Let's see. Am I going to Lost Lands one day? Yes, I would like to go to Lost Lands. The problem with Lost Lands before COVID-19 is that all of the festivals, like festival season is between like May and September, and October, because October has a bunch of Halloween events, but like in September there's like so many events. There's like 50 festivals and it's so hard to choose between them. Which is why I didn't go to Lost Lands last year. I went to like Imagine Music Festival and Nocturnal Wonderland and some other events in September, and so my schedule was just full. Yeah, so those are the ones I did. I don't know, I've been to a lot. But yeah, in the future, I would definitely like to go to Lost Lands. I want to go to all of them, but the thing about festival season, when it happens, is that they all overlap. And that's what I'm kind of worried about when festivals do come back. Like I just think like early next year that events aren't really going to be back. And so if they do come back next year, it'll be at the end, and then they'll all be scheduled at the same time, and they'll be like overlapping, and it'll be so hard to choose like which one to go to. Yeah. Let's see. I just watched your Halloween episode. Congrats on the subs. Much love from Texas. Oh, hi, Rob from Texas. Thank you for the subscriptions or the subscribes. Hi, Brawlers. It has been a while since I've done something. It's been a minute. I'm sorry. Cali is doing desert raves almost every other weekend. You know what? I've seen that, but it looks like, from what I see, I follow this guy, Rave is Life, or Life is Rave, on Instagram, and he posts desert raves like all the time. But from what it looks like, for the most part, there is still some social distancing. And like this event in Utah, like I'm gonna have to do a video and post the video clips, because there was like no social distancing. It was a crowd, everybody was on top of each other. It just looked so sketchy. That's the difference between, and you know what? I also have to point this out, is that I feel like it wasn't the rave scene. Like, I know the people in Utah, like I know the event promoters, like it's a very small place. And like no one in the rave scene, the EDM scene, would have done that event. Like, they're not like your typical, they're not an event company, they're not promoters, they're just dumb, the people who threw it. And they like make us look bad, because it's like, oh look, they're playing this EDM music and they must all be ravers, and ravers are their problem. And it's like, no. And I think the age group was like, yeah, 16 to 21. So like not like a huge portion of ravers. Like, ravers are up to 35, 40, 50 years old. So if it was just like that demographic where there was only like basically teenagers and really young adults there, like, yeah, they don't represent us as ravers. Like, they weren't the rave community. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm on my phone, like I'm streaming on my phone, and I keep hitting random buttons and like things like disappear. Let's see. So, I don't know how to pronounce this, but it says, Boo Orlando was very unresponsible. Yeah, like I've seen a lot of events happening in Florida, but I like I'm on the other side of the country. I'm on the west, so I have no idea what that's like. Maybe I can bring in some people to hear like feedback about what that was like. Because I think like Insomniac, Relentless Beats, like the west side, besides this stupid Utah underground rave that happened, like the west, they pretty much have like their social distancing and like mask requirements. They basically have that all under control. Like all of the events I have been to up until now, like the social distancing concerts and drive-in raves, I felt really safe there, and I've done a couple videos on them. But yeah, if Boo Orlando was irresponsible, that really sucks. Bonzer wants to know, Bonzer 2012 says, how did I get into the UK hardcore scene? I actually started, like that's the first music I discovered when I was younger. I was like 10 years old. I discovered like happy hardcore and hardstyle and some trance on YouTube. So I discovered Darren Styles, who is still one of my favorite DJs today, and DJ Searle. And so it literally got me into raving, which is funny because honestly, I feel like when people think of rave music, that's like such a perfect example of rave music. Like, it's so happy, and you like, when you hear it, you think about happiness and glow sticks and colors and stuff. Let's see. BXM Studios wants to know my vlog plans for the rest of the year. I'm probably not going to do any more vlogs because I did like those drive-in raves. So I did the Seven Lions Park and Rave, and then we did another drive-in rave in Utah, and then we did the Keza one, and it's like I did a lot in a very short amount of time. And like I said, I'm not like fully employed. I'm living off of a income that's like, I have absolutely no money sometimes. Like right now I have like $15 and I don't know when I'm getting paid again. And so I just think it'd be irresponsible for me to keep going to all these events. So I might take a break. My couple exceptions would be if there was an Millennium, Excision, or Seven Lions event like coming up. Like, I would buy tickets immediately. Like, I don't care. I will sell my soul. I'll go. But besides that, I think that I should probably chill. And so unfortunately, don't expect any more drive-in rave vlogs this year unless it's Seven Lions, Excision, or Millennium. Yeah. Keep hitting these buttons and like exiting out of here. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to go back and like answer as many comments. M4730 asks, like, do I remember how I felt at my first Raver festival? They just went to their first festival earlier this year, and they were like, this is the best experience of my life. That's how I felt. my first rave was like a rave. It was like a very small room and like really bad minimal production. If you want to know more about my first rave, I do have a couple videos on it. I talk about my first year of raving in one, and then I talk about like my first rave, like what I wore, like a bunch of rave firsts. If you want to check those videos out afterwards, I'll like link to them. I think they're good videos. They're kind of like my origin story, so I like it. Let's see. I'm trying to, and then the comment section, it only shows 2 at a time. So bear with me as I go through these. In SoCal, Coachella, I follow a lot of the indie DJs and do garage rave like the olden days. Do you like DMB? Gerardo asked. I love drum and bass. Oh my god, I really do. So, I love drum and bass, and probably one of my favorite drum and bass artists is Netsky, so Pendulum and Netsky. And then my other favorite DJ of all time is Darren Styles, who is a happy hardcore DJ. And like I said, he was one of the first DJs that I discovered, and then Netsky was also one of the first DJs, not that I discovered because he came later, but one of the first DJs I was into, so I've been listening to both of them for so long. And then yesterday or 2 days ago, Darren Styles and Netsky posted a collab. They did a drum and bass collab together called, great. Now what, why can't I remember it? Danny, are you watching this? I was just talking to him, and if he's not on here, I'm going to be really upset because I need him to remind me, what is that song called? Okay, it's called Look at Me Go, and I actually heard it this time, if not this day last year. I went to an all drum and bass festival in Rotterdam, Netherlands, where I saw Netsky, and he played this song, and I absolutely loved it. But a year later, I had no idea it was actually a collab with Darren Styles. It is amazing. If you haven't checked it out yet, you have to. Lindsay is one of my best rave friends, and she said that she hasn't seen me in literally a year. And I agree with that. It's bothering me. Let's see. Abraham wants me to do a candy collection vid. I might. I kind of did. Well, not really. Okay, so I did some where I talked about what it was like my first years of raving, right? And when I did those videos, I showed all the candy I got all the way back then. I surprisingly don't have as much candy as you would think, because I spent so much time making candy, and 90% of the time I traded it for I would trade all of my candy, the big ones, for not even big candies. So I feel I made so many big candies and fancy things and just kind of gave them away. And then in general, probably 90% of the candy I just gave away. I didn't actually trade, because a lot of times there are people who don't have candy, and I just give everyone candy. So my candy collection honestly isn't as big as you would think. And all of the candies that I made, I have given away. I never ever have made them and then just held on to them. So my candy collection isn't super fancy, but maybe I will do that in the future. Oh, Danny just entered. I was wondering, why weren't you telling me what that song by Netsky and Darren was? This is what happens when you're late. We were trying to think of the name of the song, and we didn't remember it, and you weren't here. You abandoned us. Let's see. Let's see. King Pookie Nation Alvarez wants to know, when do I think music festivals will come back? Kind of talked about this earlier. I need to get a drink of water. I'm sorry. I'm not used to talking this much anymore, and so yeah. Sorry, don't mind me and my typical stereotype raver water bottle with all the stickers. And this is my gym, my CrossFit gym I used to go to, which I haven't gone to in a month since COVID, because I'm scared, and now I'm going to gain weight and be too out of shape by the time festivals come back. Oh yeah, so the question was, when do I think festivals will come back? I mean, we have things scheduled as early as like May next year, right? EDC is scheduled next year, and I think May is cutting it really close, but for sure the second half of the year, I think we'll have events back. Let's see. Sorry, again, I'm trying to like go back at the comments because they go by really fast, so if I'm like staring into the camera really weirdly, that's me, don't mind me. Let's see. Bonzer 2012 said that they watched my vlog on Westfest and they love Westfest. What is your favorite event ever? Okay, first of all, I love Westfest. Westfest was really fun. Yeah, great memories from Westfest. I went twice. And my favorite event ever, like ever, is EDC Las Vegas. And that sounds really like stereo, like a typical answer, but like I've been to a lot of events. I've been to like probably hundreds of raves, concerts, EDM events, festivals, and I've been to the biggest events all over the world. And maybe it's just like a cultural thing, but EDC Las Vegas is like my favorite festival in the whole world. DEF CON 1 is a very, very close second. DEF CON 1 is really awesome. I'm a huge hardstyle fan, but like at the end of the day, like EDC Las Vegas raised me. Like this is supposed to be my 8th year, so I've gone so many years. Like it's just like Insomniac just raised me. EDC had such a huge influence on my life. I have like EDC tattoos. I can't show you right now because I'm hiding from the winter underneath my awesome new 7 Lions hoodie. But yeah, EDC Las Vegas, and you know, it just gets better and better. Like it's so different from what it used to be. It's unlike any festival you've ever been to in your whole life. Like, DEF CON 1 is awesome, but the thing I don't like about DEF CON 1 is that it is very short. Like, it ends, like, it's a day festival, so it ends, like, at midnight, and it's, like, EDC never stops. Like, you get at the campsite on Thursday, and you have, like, the pre-party that goes, like, until the morning, and then you have, like, all this stuff in the campsite with, like, music, like pre-parties, music before the festival, and then the festival goes every night until 6 a.m., and then there are after parties in the campsite, and it's, like, a non-stop party. It's, like, so crazy for, like, 5 days straight. It's insane. It's, like, it's the most amazing place you've ever been to in your freaking life. Danny said noise restrictions because of prude Dutch residents, and that is the reason why DEF CON ends so early. That is true, and that's how it is on the East Coast too, which really sucks. Like, Electric Zoo ended at freaking 10. I was like, what? I came all the way to the East Coast to go to a festival that ended at 10? And then the same thing for EDC Orlando. When they had EDC Orlando, they ended it at midnight, and then I think they ended it, did they end at 10 on Sunday? They might have. I don't know. Texas too. Texas sometimes ends at 10. It's just weird. Like, I love Insomniac events, and I like events on the West Coast because they go like at least until 2 or 3, and then there's always after parties, or they go all night until the morning, and so, yeah. I'm definitely a West Coast raver, and I love it, and it's kind of set this, like, precedence for what I expect of events, and most events, like on the East Coast and, like, South, like, they don't compare. Sorry, guys. In conclusion, EDC is my favorite event I've ever been to. Yeah. DEF CON 1 is a close second. Let's see. Okay, going back at more questions. Nico Garcia is asking if I would do another DEF CON 1 festival. Yes, I would absolutely, like, I can't, like, picture myself missing DEF CON 1 ever. I will never miss EDC Las Vegas. Thank God that they are not on the same weekend again, because they weren't always on the same weekend, but there was this one year when EDC was in June and DEF CON was in June, and it was like that for like quite a few years, and then one year they overlapped and they were on the same weekend. Luckily, this was like before I was traveling out of the country. This was before I went to DEF CON, before I could afford to go to DEF CON, and so my problem, I didn't have to choose, but luckily now EDC is in May and DEF CON 1 is in June, and I will probably never miss DEF CON ever again because I fucking love it. Oh, sorry. I freaking love it. Sometimes, I don't know. I cuss in my videos, so I don't know why I'm feeling weird about cussing on a live stream, but it kind of does feel like weird. I don't know. But yeah, definitely going to DEF CON again. And that's also one of the things, like, I haven't been to Electric Forest, but I would love to go to Electric Forest, but it's always like on the same weekend as DEF CON 1, and I can't picture missing DEF CON 1, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever go to, I mean, I probably will go to Electric Forest. Brawlers, sure, we can talk in the DMs on Discord. If you guys are not part of the Discord, please go join. We have a really fun group going on in there, except for, like, I'm not really in it, to be honest. I'm not a very, like, social person. Like, I am when I want to be, but okay, so, and I kind of posted about this, like, in my little community forum, like, you know how I post pictures and stuff. I posted that I was a Leo, and, like, I am a Leo, so I'm a Leo sun. Yeah, now we're going to get into my millennial raver zodiac weird crap. So I am a sun millennial, and then my moon is a Pisces, which doesn't make sense because Leos are, like, so, like, talkative and outgoing and cheerful and, like, just want to be part of everything. And I feel like that's, like, a lot of the personality that you guys get in my videos. But then I'm also a Pisces moon, which is, like, Pisces are just sad and want to be alone and be in bed and sleep sometimes. And I feel like that's, like, 70% of my personality. So, like, when I'm not out raving, when I'm not out with my friends, when I'm not, like, on video, I'm a very, like, reserved, chill, keep to myself kind of person. So, yeah. So, shocker, right? Let's see. More questions. You're also not missing Rampage. I'm not missing Rampage. It sucked that I did miss it. Well, everybody missed it this year, which sucks. But I was going to miss it anyways. But yeah, I'm not missing it next year because Danny's buying my ticket. Right, Danny? Because I had a ticket, right? Then he sold it for $20 by accident because he's a jerk. Let's see. What do I think about Sudden Death? I love Sudden Death. He's great. He's great live. I have some clips of him at EDC Orlando last year. A year ago. It was really good. Base Canyon, I would love to go to Base Canyon. It is way more likely that I can attend Base Canyon than I can any other festivals because it's, like, the last week of August, and the only other event, like, in that time is Electric Zoo, which I've been to Electric Zoo. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of East Coast events, again, because I'm spoiled by West Coast events, and so events that end at 10 is just, like, not my thing. So, yeah, definitely Base Canyon's on the list, maybe next year. The Gorge is gorgeous. Ha! Pun intended. Yeah. But I have been to the Gorge. I went to Paradiso, and I originally planned to go to Beyond Wonderland Pacific Northwest. Is that what it is? At the Gorge also. Obviously, that didn't happen, and I don't know if I'm going next year because my original... I don't know if events are going to happen, but if events in summer happen next month or next year, I would ideally be in, like, Europe for festival season, so, like, probably June through July, which is when they're having, like, they moved the Beyond Wonderlands to be in, like, June and July or something, and, like, I can't. If I'm in Europe, I obviously can't go to the ones here. Yes, me and Dan will go back to Vegas next month for your birthday, possibly. Wait, when? When is your birthday? Let's see. Hi. Okay, so Jeremy. Hi, and how many times have you been to Tomorrowland Music Festival in Belgium, and would you travel or attend soon if you haven't ever been? So yeah, I have been to Tomorrowland, and I would like to go again, but obviously can't right now because of what happened. My plan was originally that I was going to do other festivals this year in July, and then next year, probably this year, I think we were supposed to do Perukaville instead of Tomorrowland, which is kind of like the German Tomorrowland. It's, like, the same weekend, and it has a lot of the same acts, and so I think we were going to do that this year, originally, before everything happened. And then next year I wanted to do Tomorrowland. But now that they canceled it this year, like everybody who had their tickets to go this year can go next year. So you don't even have the chance to get tickets. So if I do go back to Tomorrowland, I probably wouldn't have a chance to until 2022, which is a long time from now. And it's crazy to think about, but that's probably what it's going to be like. Cause yeah, everybody's tickets are secured. Like they're not going to be selling any more tickets for Tomorrowland for next year. Cause all the people who were supposed to go this year get to go. DJ Vivid, your birthday is on December 9th. I can't go to that because I won't be here. We've been over this. Are there any more questions that we should go over? I probably should, get some work done. Also, I definitely am going to put together a video. I'm going to show like the clips and everything from that Utah rave, which is crazy. I also want to do like while you guys are here, I'll just talk about some other things. I do want to do a live stream and talk more about like drive-in raves and social distancing concerts. Buying tickets to watch live streams. Like Tomorrowland does that, and I think Q-Dance is doing one with their recent live stream, or did they already do it? It's like paying money for live streams. I don't know how I feel about that. Buying tickets in advance for festivals that are happening next year. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, so a lot of live stream discussions I would like to have in the future. I would like to know your guys' feedback of when do you think is the best time to do live streams and talk, because I mean, I don't know, maybe Monday afternoon, or late morning wasn't a good choice. Let's see. What do I do about my wife wanting to stop raving? Like, stop raving this year because it's not safe, or stop raving, like, period, ever? If it was, like, stop raving this year because it's not safe, I would say, like, that's reasonable. But to stop raving ever, like, I wouldn't. I mean, it's just me, but I personally would, like, not be with that person anymore. I know that's, like, not really a good perspective, but I don't know. I've been raving for 12 years. It's my life. So I wouldn't be in a position like that where my significant other would want to stop going to events, because I wouldn't allow it to happen. Monday evenings for the people who work AM jobs. Another thing though is like I'm the only person in my home who like doesn't work or like, is working from home. And so like after, when everybody else gets home, like in the evenings and on the weekends, my house is so freaking loud. Oh my gosh, it is so loud. I cannot stand living here. Like, I want to die sometimes. I walk around with earplugs like all the time, because there's like, we live in a neighborhood with like 500 dogs for some reason, and they're all barking at everything all the time. And then people like watch their TVs like on full blast and like are just loud, and this place is loud, which is another reason why I don't really do live streams all the time. I don't know. I'm hoping, maybe when I get like a full-time job that I can move, because yeah, it's not an ideal place to be doing live streams. It's really quiet right now, which is weird. It's too quiet. I don't trust it. Brianna Roberts wants to know, how is it going with my job with COVID? I am unemployed right now, technically, so yeah, that's how it's going. I'm one of those people. I actually did apply for unemployment insurance at some point, and they never like got back to me. I guess it's just kind of slow. I'm also okay if I don't get it, because like I'm fine like doing like freelance stuff. I just applied because everybody else did, so I'm not working and everybody else is getting money when they're not working, so I was like, might as well apply. But yeah, I haven't like heard back from them or anything, so we'll see what happens. Evenings for the people. Scariest festival rave memory. M4730 is tuning out. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. I'm probably heading out soon too. I'll do more of these, I think. PSA, Nordstrom is hiring for Christmas and giving new employees $150 for a more sign of what? I lost it. It went away. Yeah, I just, you know, it was hard. Like, I mean, I did work at Amazon. I worked at a restaurant for a while, but like, as a graphic designer and like as a freelance graphic designer, like you get paid so much money, like a lot of money an hour. And so it's just hard for me to like work a place and get paid less for my time, even though like the problem with freelances is like, yeah, you get paid a lot of money, but like you don't get that many hours. And so it's kind of like, yeah, sometimes you're really broke because even a lot of money per hour is like, and you only work 3 or 4 hours. It's like, yeah, that's the problem with freelance. How do I compare UK events to American events? It's just, they cannot be compared. I would say European events could be closer to American events. But yeah, UK events are not, they're not like, typically not high production at all. Like they're just low production and I don't want to say crap, but they kind of are crap compared to like America and Europe, like what they're doing. So I'm not saying that I hate it because I love the UK scene. I've been to Westfest twice. Like I love it. If you want to know what a UK rave is like, go check out my Westfest vlogs from the last 2 years. And yeah, I mean, I like the culture. It is very different. Plur isn't really a big thing. I hate to be like a negative person and say like drugs are more of a thing, but like people say drugs exist in our rave scene in America, but like drugs are very, like it's a thing in the UK. Like it's like in your face. So it's a very strong presence there. But you don't mind those people most of the time. They don't cause any problems. I would do more German, Belgium, and Dutch events if events were happening, period. Okay, yeah, so I'm probably gonna go do other things now. This was quite a long live stream. It was longer than I planned. Again, thank you guys for all of the support. 16,000 I think is a win. Celebrate the little wins. Hopefully I see you guys again for a 17,000 subscriber live stream soon. Things have been going really well, so I'm excited to see where things go. And hopefully if I create more content, like I'll grow faster. But yeah, like I stopped creating content for a bit, so I'll get back into it, I promise. Okay, I'll see you in the DMs, brawlers. Thank you guys again, and I will talk to you all soon. Peace out, Girl Scouts.